the discussion. Well, then once we finish the discussion and everybody's feedback is on the table and everyone has been heard, now we put it through the rubrics. And let's say if we're talking about the school, who does this affect? So now we go down the line and what every department, this is what department this decision will affect. How does it affect the company financially? And we go through the rubrics on how it's going to affect the company financially, positively or negatively, or in between. What does this do for our compliance piece? What does it do for gainful employment? What does it do for, everything? Will it go against any of the NACA's guidelines? Will it go against any of the state board guidelines? How does it measure up against that? How does it measure up with the Department of Education? And then what does that look like for profits? How does it in fact affect the profitability of it? Does it negatively affect it, or does it positively affect it? And then does it make sense for our culture? Does this even fit in what, and actually that, now that I say that, that's actually the very first thing. Does it fit culturally in our company? Is that something that we believe in? Is that something that we stand for? How does that affect our non-negotiables?
So that's what you ask first, how it affects
That's what we ask first. Yes, how it affects the culture. Because the culture really is one of the most important things for our team, which is our most valued asset, and our future professionals, who is our biggest customer. So that sounds like a very well thought out, like layered plan. So if something, like, do you guys only proceed if it checks all the boxes once you put it through? What did you call it? The rubrics.
Yeah. So once you put it through the rubrics, does it have to pass every layer?
It doesn't have to pass every layer, but the layers that it doesn't pass, we have to have a discussion about it again, because maybe there are some things that we can adjust to allow it to get past that rubric, that particular piece.
Okay.
And if it can't, then it does have to pass everything in the rubrics in order for it to be a positive decision.
Okay.
And sometimes the answer is just no, it doesn't work for us.
And even though it was a good idea.
It was a great idea. It just doesn't work for us, or it does work for us.
Right. So yeah. I would imagine that you guys are much more excited about the one that passes every layer when it's easy,
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's like when it's easy. Half and half, like, yeah, how do you respond to the team that really is for it? And again, so as a very dynamic leader, how do you handle when the opposing sides are evenly matched?
Well, and you know what? There have been sometimes, very few, but there have been some times where, ultimately Orlando and I are the leaders of the organization, and we have to look at the overall big picture and make the final decision. Our team is, we have somebody that represents every department in our organization. So they're the smartest person in the room in their area. So they can speak the most intelligently about their area, including more intelligently than us. But Orlando and I understand the overall big picture of the vision and how that affects us 20 years from now, how that affects us, tomorrow. So sometimes it ultimately falls on our shoulders. But what we have found in doing this, having all of the best minds in every department at the table, helping us make that decision and putting it through this rubric, makes those decisions so much easier, because you literally have all of the information.
Well, I love that. I love that you said how you have the smartest people in the room. You have been always teaching about that. And that is something I always remember. Oh, I learned that from Nicole. Like you always want to make sure that everyone else is smarter than you in the room. And I love
absolutely.
Like, I love that. You have always taught that, and then you've always walked the walk, and that's awesome. So I love hearing you. Like all these years later, I can't even remember the first time that I feel like you taught me that. You're still like, right? As you grow and do all this amazing stuff, like what's next? World domination?
Yeah, no, not so much.
You're so cute. No, but like it's because who better than the person that is most educated on that area of your business, right? It's not always going to be the people that own it. And I love that.
And you know, for me, I mean, Orlando and I learned a long time ago, if we are the smartest people in the room, we're doomed.
Well, that's right. I feel that. Like, I feel like the first time that you either said that, taught that to me, that I was like, it was kind of like my lifeboat that was like, oh, thank goodness, because I want to surround myself with people smarter than me. So for me, it was like you gave me permission to seek out like, hey, I want this beautiful, brilliant minds around me. Because you're right. I feel doomed. It was just up to me.
Right. I'm like, we are all in trouble. If it's all up to me, we're all in trouble. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I just love that so much. No, that's so funny, because in every area of business, there's always something to learn from somebody that is like really niching down and very specific in that area.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? Orlando and I are the smartest people in the room when it comes to the vision. Like that's what we are masterminds of. So in order to be able, like everybody has a role and everybody has to be an expert in something. I'm an expert in our vision.
So what is the overarching vision?
Our overarching vision is our company is a people development company, period. That's what we do. We develop people. And anytime people, like, regardless to whether we are, you know, growing future professionals and developing future professionals at that level, or we're growing and developing people in our salon, growing their business, growing their career, you know, because as you know, we have two different business models in our salon. Or our salon piece, regardless of whether we're helping our independent contractors grow their business and develop their business to another level, or we're helping our people in our employee-based salon grow and develop their career behind the chair or beyond. You know, we're growing people, and even in our real estate development company. The people that work with us, we're growing and developing them. We want everybody to see that there's an opportunity for them to be brilliant and to have an amazing career and grow and develop and fulfill their dreams in their life. Everybody has different dreams and different goals. And really, we're the facilitators of that. Our goal is to help everyone fulfill their goals. And if their goals are fulfilled, then just from just the natural flow and rhythm of the universe, our goals are going to be fulfilled.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And perfectly describes what I see you guys doing. So bravo.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Even when you said everything about working with your daughter and having her grow through, I mean, same thing, right? Even, you know, because it's harder sometimes in our own family, right? Mm-hmm. And I see that playing out in how that relationship is going, the development there as well. So that, you know, anyone out there that's a business owner and a mom knows what we're talking about, right?
Absolutely.
Like, that's the hardest role. And when you get that dance right, and it's not that we don't stumble and trip over each other.
Oh, yeah.
But you keep getting up and having fun with it. I love that.
And you learn from it. You learn from it. I mean, I'm learning something new every day. She's learning something new every day. I respect her on a whole nother level every day. And she does the same thing with me. You know, she's like, wow, I just didn't know that about you. Like, that is so